Hey everyone, today we are going to review one of the most trending American dark comedy thriller film of 2022, it is, The Menu. The film was directed by Mark Mylod. The storyline follows a popular chef and his restaurant visitors for an experience they are not anticipating. Now let's dive into the plot and enjoy watching. Likes and subscriptions are highly appreciated. The film begins with a youthful couple, Tyler and his companion Margot Mills, splendidly played by Nicholas Hoult and Anya Taylor-Joy. Going to a far-off, secluded island for a selective dining reservation. The restaurant is called Hawthorne, and it is promptly evident that this is a pricey and exceptionally luxurious experience for the people who are sufficiently fortunate to be permitted in. The restaurant is owned and operated by celebrity chef and gourmet specialist Julian Slowik, Ralph Fiennes. Different visitors going to the supper are Lillian, a food pundit, her proofreader Ted, well-off couple Richard and Anne. They're welcomed by Elsa, Hong Chow, the host who actually takes a look at everybody in, apparently having explored each visitor. The gatherings are given a visit through the island by the restaurant maitre d', Elsa, who takes note of that Margot was not Tyler's assigned visitor for the night. A fast visit through the island incorporates the staff's quarters, where they rest in what resembles a tactical dormitory, military beds firmly pressed together. The island is lovely upon approach, yet seriously denying the nearer you get. That is chef and gourmet expert, Julian Slowik, Ralph Fiennes. He shows up after the visitors are situated in the eating region with a radiant perspective on the water in one course and the open idea kitchen in the other. Supper starts, with the courses and Slowiks going with speeches steadily turning out to be really disturbing and rough. Courses are ready with close tiny scrupulousness. Slowik presents each with a boisterous applaud of his hands, carrying the kitchen to consideration. It's all completely crazy, don't eat, he implores the visitors to taste. On Slowik's requests, one staff part kills himself and one more removes Richard's finger when he endeavors to leave the restaurant. The restaurant's primary financial investor, while lashed to a bridle with heavenly messenger wings, is suffocated before the visitors. Culinary specialist, Slowik offers his visitors the chance to leave Hawthorne, the distant island, yet all at once it's not all that simple. At last, the gourmet specialist knew precisely exact thing made them tick and how they would respond. Taking off would just make more strain between them. In addition, the big-name culinary expert guaranteed that, regardless of whether they figure out how to get away, the visitors actually felt stuck on the grounds that he had data on them that they would have rather not been disclosed. Gourmet expert Slowik realizes that his visitors' standing and pride overshadowed their endurance impulses. Later the male visitors attempt to escape when Slowik allows them 45 seconds to get away, however are captured and returned by the staff. The visitors are undermined by Slowik that any endeavors to get away from will bring about additional extreme repercussions. Chef Slowik's arrangements for the night are gradually uncovered after each course is served. He will probably make this a night the visitors will probably remember forever. However, Slowik's plans are likewise destructive. Eventually, Chef Slowik is rebuffing Hawthorne's visitors since they are the reason for the top-notch food industry's pomposity. The visitors' abundance has pushed the food business forward, yet it has additionally made the feasting experience expensive, augmenting the hole between financial classes and sucking the life and delight out of the tasting experience. Slowik proclaims every one of the visitors were chosen since they either added to him losing his enthusiasm for his specialty or in light of the fact that they get by off taking advantage of crafted by craftsmen like him. Then declares that the night will end with everybody on the island dead. At Hawthorne, their cash couldn't save them, and that is precisely how Chef Slowik needed it. They were likewise the explanation Chef Slowik felt food as craftsmanship was destroyed. Since Margot's presence was spontaneous and unplanned, Slowik gives her the decision of passing on with either the staff or the visitors. All through the menu, Chef Julian Slowik is confused by Margot's presence. As the film unfurls, crowds discover that Chef Slowik has an exceptionally specific arrangement, and Margot is basically not intended to be a piece of it. She isn't rich or self-absorbed, nor does she view his cooking as everything except food as opposed to an encounter. Chef Slowick needs to rebuff the world class. However, not Margot, Anya Taylor-Joy, who has not hurt anybody. Slowick turns on Tyler, uncovering that he was welcomed by and knew up and down that the supper would end with everybody's passing, which infuriates Margot. It is uncovered that Margot is an escort, sex specialist, named Erin, whom Tyler has recruited for the night, realizing without a doubt she would bite the dust, since the restaurant doesn't serve gatherings of one. Sadly for Tyler, his unique date, a previous sweetheart, was done joining in. Since the feasting experience called for at least 2 individuals, Tyler employed Margot to profess to be his soul mate for the night. Slowick embarrasses Tyler further by driving him to cook before the visitors and staff, chastening his dish and impacting Tyler to end it all by hanging in a storeroom. Slowick concludes that Erin has a place with the staff and requests that she gather a barrel required for dessert, erroneously guaranteeing Elsa failed to remember it. Erin slips into Slowick's home, which contains a reproduction of Hawthorne, just to be gone after by Elsa. Erin kills Elsa with good reason by wounding her in the neck. Subsequent to seeing news sections of Slowick's previous existence in his meagerly enriched office, Erin detects a radio. On the radio, she frantically conveys a SOS calls for help and gets back to the restaurant. A Coast Guard officer shows up from his boat, carrying Desire to the visitors, holding Slowick at gunpoint. The official then, at that point, uncovers himself to be a line cook in camouflage and gets back to the kitchen. So it ends up being in on Julian's end-all strategy and deliberately pre-designed plan. Because of Erin's betrayal, Slowick currently proclaims that she has a place with the visitors, however Erin ridicules his dishes and gripes that she is as yet eager. Having recently seen a photograph of a youthful, blissful Slowick working at a drive-through joint, Erin asks him for a cheeseburger and fries. Moved by her straightforward solicitation, Slowick readies the dinner to her determinations. Erin takes a chomp and acclaims his food, then, at that point, inquires as to whether she can get it to go. Slowick packs the nourishment for herself and lets her leave. Erin takes the coast gatekeeper boat moored close by and gets away from the island. To end the supper, Slowick honors S. Mores by covering the visitors with coats made of marshmallows and caps made of chocolate. The menu's completion sees Chef Slowick and what's left of his staff burning to the ground and killing the visitors, staff, and himself, annihilating Hawthorne with every one of the visitors, save for Margot, still inside. She can get away from the island, watching from the boat as it disintegrates, with Tyler and the rest paying for the outcomes of being affluent and exploiting the eating encounters Chef Slowick, Ralph Fiennes, makes. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the film. Your support is my major motivation.